Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video I'm going to go over the leaks that we got from Cole over at the Disney Dreamlight Leaks Discord. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first item that we have here is this cozy bookshop home. It looks like it's going to cost about 3,000 Moonstones because it's not an actual Disney IP. This actually would look really cute in like a city build or something. So I am looking forward to this because I already have all of those other shops, so it'd be nice to have this. Or even like in my storybook Vale, I do have a Belle inspired area, so I think it could look good there too. So I think this would be a very nice addition to the valley. Next up, we have this Cozy Star Observatory. This is supposed to also be around 300 Moonstones because it's not a Disney IP. It is a Dreamlight Valley exclusive type of build. I mean, I think it's really nice. However, I'm not fully sure where I would put this in my valley, but I'm sure there are people who would absolutely love this. So I do think this would be a nice addition. I think it kind of goes along with like Merlin's library area or like even like the Star Wars stuff from last year. So maybe that would be a good like build for it. I don't know. Maybe even Wally. Like, this could go with Wally too. We also have this cozy rain house, which is also supposed to be 3,000 Moonstones. I think this house is actually really cute. I'm curious to see in person what this actually looks like in game. However, I think it would look really good, especially on a nice rainy day. I'm also wondering, like, is it going to constantly have a rain animation to it? And in all honesty, I think it'd be really cool if Sadness could interact with this house somehow. I know it's not something they do, but I thought that would be really cool if, like, Sadness could, like, walk up to the house and maybe she'll start crying when she sees, like, the rain or something. And the last house that we're going to be taking a look at is the Tatooine Desert House for 3,750. I'm not even sure if I said that right because this is a Star Wars IP and I've never really watched Star Wars. I watched one movie and that was enough for me. But I know some people that are really going to love the Star Wars stuff, so it's nice that we're getting a little bit of Star Wars representation without forcing it into the game. Next up is companions. Here we have a baby corgi companion for 2,000 Moonstones. He is definitely adorable. I do love corgis. Like, they are such a cute dog breed. I'm not really sure if there is a Disney movie that involves corgis. If there is, let me know below. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But I love having all of these dogs and cats and like actual like animals from houses and stuff in game instead of just a lot of just random wild critters. So I am excited for this companion. The next companion that we have is a fennec fox. This is also going to cost 2,000 Moonstones. I'm obsessed. Like, I just can't with these companions because this one is so adorable. I'm obsessing over the giant ears. That is what is really making me happy because it looks a lot like an actual fennec fox. And they're one of my favorite animals, so I do think this is really cute, and I'm so excited to get it. And here we have another companion that is actually a play on words. This one is going to cost you 2,000 Moonstones, and it is called Bambi. But not the Bambi that you're thinking of. Obviously, it is not a deer. It is an actual bee with a deer skin to it. And I think that's actually kind of really clever and cute on Gameloft's part, so I give them a lot of props for that one. And the last companion that we are going to be getting is BB-8, which is going to cost 3,000 Moonstones, and this is from the Star Wars movies as well. Again, I don't know much about Star Wars. I know we got R2-D2 last year, so I think it's cool that we're getting another companion, which I will be getting the companions, but again, I don't really know much about it, so if you can explain to me who this is and what they do, that would be great. For 1,750 Moonstones, we have the Tournament Gown Merida Dream Style. You are not going to be able to get this dream style and use it unless you already have Storybook Veil, because unfortunately these dream styles are not available if you don't have them. Like, you'd probably still be able to purchase it, but I don't think, like, you obviously would not be able to use it because you don't have her in game. So make sure you have Storybook Veil before you decide to buy this character, because you are not getting a free character. You are getting a dream style for the character that's already in a DLC. Now, moving on to clothing, we have this ensemble. It's a 3-piece one. It's called the Dear Dear Ensemble. It's supposed to cost 1,500 Moonstones. I'm assuming that it's the hat, the shoes, and then like the shirt and pants are going to be like one thing. So that would be the 3 parts to it. I'm not fully sure, but I do think it is a cute outfit. Next, we have the Duotone Rain Ensemble, which is also going to be 3 pieces. I'm assuming it's the shirt, pant, like the shirt, skirt. I don't know if that's a skirt or whatever, but basically like the jacket area is going to be one, and then the hat would be another, and then the rain boots would be another. This is going to cost 1,500 Moonstones. I do think this is actually really cute to walk around your valley while it's raining. However, the amount of time that it's raining versus not raining, I don't see people really using this outfit as much as Gameloft wants you to believe they will. Here for 1,000 Moonstones, we have a gold and scarlet gown. I really like this gown. Like, this would be something that I would get for my character. It kind of reminds me of like the goddess look, if that makes sense. We have that one dress that's like blue and gold, and I don't know, this kind of reminds me of that kind of design. I don't know, I think they're cute, and I definitely would get this. We also have this 3-piece Celestial Stunner Ensemble, which is going to come with the crown, the dress, and then I'm assuming there's shoes underneath. I can't really see. But this is going to cost 1,750 Moonstones. I think it goes really nice with the Celestial stuff that we already have. So it is nice that they've been spreading it out over time. So yeah. I mean, other than that though, I don't personally see me getting this type of dress. For 1,750 Moonstones, we have the Padme Amidala's Summer Meadow Ensemble, which is also a 3-piece ensemble. I'm assuming it's the dress, the shoes, and the hairstyle. I am obsessing over this dress. Again, I don't know much about Star Wars, but I am obsessed with this one. Like, even though I don't care for Star Wars, I would definitely get this, because I got the Padme outfit last year too, I believe. So it does seem like she has some really good dresses. So it's nice to have those in the game. Alright, these are kind of cool. These are called the Swirling Sandstorm set. It's 2 of them. It's going to cost 1,250 Moonstones, it looks like. But these would look really cool in the desert over on Eternity Isle. I think this would look absolutely amazing over there. There's so much you could do with this. We also have this Enchanted Floating set, which is 2 pieces, that is supposed to cost 1,500 Moonstones. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't really understand what this is. Maybe in game it'll look a lot different, but I'm not quite getting it. Like, is that supposed to be like, I don't really know. Is that supposed to be like a nebula swirling there? Like, maybe this has something to do with the Star Wars stuff. I'm not fully sure. For 2,000 Moonstones, we also have this 7-piece tulip bed kit. My assumption is that it's going to be a lot like how we have the foliage kits with like, or not just the foliage kits, but like how we have the building kits and stuff. I'm just assuming that there's going to be like flat pieces and corner pieces and taller pieces and smaller pieces and all of that kind of stuff to like basically piece it together to make a really nice looking flower bed. But that's my assumption. I've got to see in game to see how it really would play out. We also have this 6-piece Tatooine decorating kit, and it's going to cost you 2,500 Moonstones. Again, this would probably look really good with that Tatooine house that we got earlier on in the video. So I think that the Star Wars stuff does look really good. And again, if you're not into Star Wars, you don't have to get it. Honestly, I'm not even into Star Wars, and there's some things that I want, and there's some things that I wouldn't even bother getting. It's up to everybody's preferences, and I'm glad that they're not just shoving like a Star Wars world on us. But I do think this is some nice looking stuff. Here's one of the items that I am most excited about. It's going to cost you 2,500 Moonstones, but it's the railway station set, and it's 8 pieces. And I think it's really nice because we already have these railroad like ties from Oswald. So being able to get this without having to have a DLC is really nice as well. And we also have this Tulip Town buildings. This is 4 pieces. I'm assuming that this is kind of like that seaside building thing we got where you can make your own like seaside area. So I'm guessing it's very similar to that. It's 3,750 Moonstones. We're also getting these lone weather clouds, and it's a 3-piece set. So it looks like you're going to get like a white cloud, a really dark like thunder lightning cloud, and then like a grayish rain cloud. This is going to cost 1,500 Moonstones. I think these are really nice. Like it would go with that rain house. And I do think these would actually be really good over with the headquarters for the Inside Out characters because of sadness. Here we have some really cute windmills. They're called the Tulip Town windmills. They're going to cost 1,750 Moonstones, and you get both the pink and the green one. We also have the Highland Will-o'-the-Wisps. And I am wondering if this is going to be a stationary thing or if it's going to be animated. Because obviously in the movie with Merida, the movie Brave, I had to think for a second, the wisps move all around and you're like, Merida's chasing the wisp to find her family. So I'm wondering what this will be. This is also going to cost you 1,200 Moonstones. For 1,750 Moonstones, we have the London Clock Tower. My assumption is that this is probably going to be a Peter Pan tag because that's the only movie I can really think of that would have had like London in it. But I am excited for this, even though I do not actually like clock towers. I do think this one looks very nice. Next up, we also have this paper whirlwind. I am wondering if this is going to be a Beauty and the Beast tag. This is going to cost 1,000 Moonstones, but it kind of reminds me of that whirlwind of books and papers and chaos that were happening in the Beauty and the Beast realm. For 1,200 Moonstones, we have this shooting star. My curiosity with this one, is it going to be a glider? Or is it just going to be like how we have the Aurora lights? Like, is it just going to be something that goes up in the sky? Is it going to be animated? That's the things that I'm wondering. So I don't know if it's just like a stationary thing, then I don't think it's really going to be worth the Moonstones. But if it's animated or if it's a glider, it would definitely be worth it. For another 1,200 Moonstones, we have this Celestial Pond. And this I do think is really cute. I do think it would look really good with that building that I showed you earlier, but I also think it would look really good in an area with Merlin. Because like Merlin's area kind of looks celestial in all honesty. So I do think this pond would go great over there, especially because Merlin doesn't have a lot of things to decorate with, so yeah. We also have this rainy evolving pickaxe for 1,500 Moonstones. I'm assuming that this is a lot like that Rapunzel watering can that we got in the last update. I don't think these are worth it because what is the point? I'm not going to be putting these skins on my royal tools anyway. And then I'm over here just upgrading it to get a different effect each time. I don't know. To me, these aren't worth it at all. We also have some returning items, which is the 5-piece fairy flower set, which it does include this like little, is this the chair? I think this is the chair. But this is stuff that we got in a Star Path before. I think it was like one of the fairy ones. This is going to cost 1,500 Moonstones. I do think these are worth it to have, especially in pixie builds. However, if you already did like your Star Path, there's no reason you shouldn't already have these anyway. Also returning, we have the Daisy Garden Party outfit for 2,500 Moonstones. I also believe at one point this was in a Star Path. I could be mistaken, but I do think it was in a Star Path. Do I think it's worth 2,500 Moonstones? Not really, but if you are a completionist, I totally understand. The last item we're going to go over is the wood wicker house, and this is going to cost 3,000 Moonstones. I really do like this house. I have it in my Eternity Isle over in my desert area. I think it is a very nice looking house. I think the lighting on it is great. I do think it is completely worth the 3,000 Moonstones, and I would buy it again if I had to. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know below what you're most looking forward to that's going to be coming in the premium shop. I know for me it's the Fennec Fox. I am extremely excited for that because it's one of my favorite animals, and I am looking forward to having one as a companion in the valley. Don't forget to subscribe, and on that note, have a wonderful day guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye!